Hi, I wanted to take the time to welcome you to the KIN 175 class this winter 2020, and also to give you a little bit of an introduction. Our class is going to be very quick um, in terms of the number of weeks, but the number of days that we have class is about equivalent to what we have when I teach the class in the summer. So our pace is going to feel very fast only because we come back day after day, Monday through Thursday. I also have the schedule set up that you should be doing work in the evenings and also, or the mornings, and also on the weekends. There is a good deal of work that has to be accomplished outside of the class. So I look forward to having you this winter. KIN 175, Measurement and Evaluation, is one of my favorite classes to teach. I'm very well prepared to teach measurement because in all three institutions where I received my undergraduate, my master's, and my doctoral degree, those are Lehman College, the University of Colorado, and the University of Georgia. In all three of those institutions, there is or continues to be a person who is a measurement specialist. Ann Rothstein was my teacher at Lehman College. She wrote a book on research and statistics in kinesiology. Um, at the University of Colorado, where I did my master's, I had Dale Mood for research methods. You'll see his name in our first presentation. There's a book that he wrote with colleagues, particularly Jim Morrow and Jackson and Nat Mahar, that is also a specific measurement and evaluation textbook. And finally, at the doctoral level, Ted Bumgartner was my teacher, and he's the lead author on the textbook that you'll use for our class. He co-wrote that textbook now. The later editions are written with a man named Larry Hensley. Larry Hensley was 1 year ahead of me at the University of Georgia when we were completing our doctorates. Actually, 2 years ahead of me when we were completing our doctorates. So I wanted you to see that I've posted on the modules page of Canvas the course syllabus. And it looks just like this that I have open for you here on my screen. Essentially, you could see the days and times of our class. I described to you the information about having computers and also uh, finding on the website SPSS so that you could download SPSS. That's part of your course workbook work today. And then also you could see that I've given you the program learning outcomes and so forth and how they relate to my course outcomes. Also, you could see here the book that I've referred to, and also what I call the Measurement and Evaluation Course Workbook. I'll open that up for you in just a second. Also, I'll talk in class more about large size index cards that you'll use for your formulas. And finally, the different evaluation instruments that I will be using and exactly when those things will be due. And also, once you have your point values for each of these things on Canvas, you'll see how to translate that to a scale to get a grade that's a letter grade that is assigned by San Jose State. And finally, what I want you to see is that I've described the assignments to you, exactly what we're going to be talking about and doing in our class. And finally, the course schedule or the calendar is at the very back of this course syllabus. If I come out of here and go into the course workbook, what I want you to see is that the workbook is actually organized for our class. It tells you 2 different codes. The first code are the W assignments. Those are assignments that you'll do at home. You'll see that each of those assignments essentially lines up with what we're going to be doing in terms of our regular class. And then finally, the calendar for our lab or our activity sessions. You can see that every lab we have something to do, and our completion of the course is actually dependent upon how effective we are in completing these different activities. And so at the second part of the lab manual, starting on page 20, you will find assignment C1. And assignment C1 basically requires that you go to the Canvas webpage and you create a bio for yourself. And that bio should be posted on Canvas so that I can see it and read it and see who you are. Also, I want you to upload a picture of yourself so that I could see who you are and learn who you are better in just 2 short weeks. And then I want you to write a reflection that you will place right here on what you think about measurement and evaluation today. It will be very important that you fill this in today. You'll note that you're going to have or change the position of things by writing your own information here, okay? And then finally, I want you to create a nameplate for yourselves. So you could see the picture of my nameplate here. I've created a nameplate for myself so that you won't forget who I am. You are allowed to include on your nameplate your first name, second name, last name, whatever you want, but just your first name is required. And finally, I want you to bring the nameplate to class. You're going to set that in front of you at every class so that I can identify you by your first name. And the last thing that you're going to do for this assignment today is download to your computer SPSS. You're going to go to Software Downloads on the SPSS homepage, and that will be the end of your lab for today. We will return to our class on Monday when we will begin assignment C2 and our regular activity sections that surround the lecture section that we have on January 2nd. So I want to remind you that we do have a lecture on Thursday, but we do not have labs on Thursday, January 2nd. I look forward to seeing you and working with you, and I hope you all are having a good time.